In honor of it being Spooktober, I figured it would be fun to take a look at some of the more creepy and unsettling things in the Zelda franchise. One of the most reoccurring ghastly enemies in the Zelda series are the Poes. Poes are ghosts that roam the lands of Hyrule, distinguished by their lanterns that store their souls. Poes are the ghosts of fallen Hylians that haven't been able to pass on due to unresolved issues they had when they were living. Poes are featured in many Zelda games, most prominently in Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, but they weren't included in Breath of the Wild. Poes typically serve as a side quest to make rupees or to reclaim Giovanni's lost soul in Twilight Princess, so it could be that Nintendo couldn't find a purpose for them in the game. Having another long, egregious collection quest like the Korok Seeds would be daunting to say the least, but there's a more straightforward answer as to why they weren't included in Breath of the Wild. When you kill a Poe, they drop their Poe soul, an ethereal flame. In Breath of the Wild, we see many times that spirits are often encompassed by ethereal flame. All of the champions and even King Rome have this spiritual fire surrounding them. You could go as far to say that they are Poes, given that they couldn't pass on without defeating Ganon, but they don't store their souls in a lantern. In Breath of the Wild, there is an ore called Luminous Stone, which is found all over Hyrule and is stated that some believe the souls of the undead are housed in them. Many Zelda theorists have already covered the topic of luminous stones, but I believe this to be the key reason as to why we don't see Poes in Breath of the Wild. In the teaser for Breath of the Wild 2, we see this cavern heavily illuminated by luminous stone. If this is indeed the same area where we see the mummified Ganondorf, it could be possible that Ganondorf, or the Great Calamity 10,000 years ago, caused the souls of the Hylians to be encapsulated into the luminous stone. It may also be possible that Ganondorf has been using this spectral hand as a siphon to harness the energy of the soul stored within the luminous stone to keep him alive all this time. Either way, the souls of the Hylians no longer seem to be transforming into Poes, but rather crystallizing into these stones. It'll be interesting to see if there is indeed a correlation involving the luminous stone, or if Poes do make a surprise return in the Breath of the Wild sequel. There's also another great theory by the Albo Show suggesting that the Sheikah harnessed the power of Poes to be used in Guardians and other Sheikah technology. I highly suggest you check it out, it's a really interesting idea. But with that guys, that's the end of the video. I know this one's a little short, I'm trying to get this out as quickly as I can because I'm going to a festival in a few days and it's going to be sporadic to say the least on uploads this month. I'm going to try my best to get them out weekly, you guys know how I am. But yeah, thanks so much for watching my subpar shady content, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe if you would like to see more Zelda-related content. Like this video only if you liked it, and dislike it if you disliked it. Share it with your friends, and until next time, I'll see you in the next one.